Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second experiment, and the second experiment, the materials that you would need is water. Make sure it's warm water. I tried to make sure mine was hot water. Um, they ask that you use um, what's food coloring. I don't have any food coloring, so I'm just use a droplet of paint, and I'm just gonna put it inside of my top for when I drop it in. And also ask that you use something to stir it with. And they tell you to have some shaving cream. The kind of shaving cream I have, I don't think this is the right type, so I'm not going to add it. And the shaving cream is only added for the cloud effect. But let's see how this goes. So I'm adding my hot water. Hopefully you can see some of the vapor rising from my hot water. Didn't realize it was that hot. Then they suggest that you begin stirring it in advance. And then as you stir it, after you give it a really good stir to get that water moving and moving, add the droplet. And hopefully you can begin to see a spiral taking effect, and it keeps spreading and spreading and spreading. And it gets wider and wider and wider. Let me stir that again. And it's turning into a spiral. And it's getting wider and wider and wider. And it starts from warm water. I don't know whether or not you can see the vapor from my water, but I can. And it keeps going in a circular motion. And then once it reaches land, that's when it is most destructive. So Miss Jabari just thought she would try the two experiments and give you guys an opportunity to try something out too. And if you have any of these materials at home, or the actual materials they suggest, which is hot water, a bowl, a stir, and some food coloring, or I tried paint, go ahead and simulate your own hurricane. I'm gonna try one more time. I guess I should have this open if I'm gonna try and do it. To pour in the paint. I'm gonna try it one more time, but I need to also be able to hold the camera so you guys can watch it well. And also, I hope you notice even in the middle, once I drop the paint inside, the middle piece really doesn't take effect. That circle, look how it spreads. I think that's a better one this time. And then they suggest that you spray the shaving cream on top, and the shaving cream would just give the cloud effect. But I hope you still see how the spiral is spreading and spreading and spreading. So, as was mentioned before, make a video for me, or take a picture of you doing the same experiment, or you can even draw a hurricane or a tornado. But my desire is that you learned a lot about both of those weather storms, and that when you hear any warnings or watches, that you know to guide your family.